What's up, y'all? This is Coach Raph. This is In Between the Yards, baby. Let's go. What's up, y'all? We here with another one, In Between the Yards, with your boy, Coach Raph. Holla at me. I got two of the finest players in the country right now. I'm going to have them introduce themselves. What's up?
I'm D'Angelo Mays. I'm a senior at Syracuse High.
As Hopkins looking to throw this near sideline, touchdown Syracuse, as DJ Mays putting on the hurt against this Charger defense. And Syracuse comes up with a huge again underneath, pass complete. And the Titans, big play down the sideline as DJ Mays is going to take it to the house.
Hopkins looking right, got a man open, catch is made in the end zone. Touchdown Syracuse, DJ Mays is for real. Whoa! What a catch!
So we saw firsthand. That is a tough catch. They are awesome. You just get the ball in these guys' hands and they make it happen. Up over 800 plus yards receiving.
And it's Hopkins going back to his favorite target. That's D'Angelo Mays.
DJ Mays can do on offense.
And I'm Easton Choate, 2025 athlete, Roy High.
Shout out to Easton. He had a shoulder injury throughout the year. To see him out there is good.
Have an injured shoulder, and it's nice to see him playing on the field rather than just kicking.
Yes.
Okay, we in here. So kind of, just kind of tell us about yourself.
I grew up in Utah my whole life. I've been playing football since I could, before I could even walk, I was catching a football and stuff.
That's what's up.
Yeah, basically been doing that my whole life, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing kind of. I didn't really start out playing football though. Been playing sports my whole life. I was playing soccer, baseball, basketball, but in ninth grade,
okay,
they were come play football. Started kicking, playing a little bit of DB. And
okay.
Then I quit soccer, just doing football, basketball, baseball, and track.
Look like it's paid off. I mean, you a 4.5 star out here kicking like Jason Hanson. You probably know who Jason Hanson is, huh?
I don't do my kicker research.
Yeah, man. Jason Hanson was. I'm a Lions fan. We good this year. So Jason Hanson was a beast. Him, Vinatieri, all those cats like that. So football, man. I mean, where do you This is both of you guys. You're a junior. You're a senior. Offers. How's that been going?
I got just a couple. I got two small, a D3 and a JUCO, and then I've been talking to a lot of bigger schools and visits and stuff.
That's what's up. And you're a junior.
Yeah. So especially with kicking, the recruiting process starts a lot later on, more senior year. But ever since I got ranked, my stars and stuff, I've been going on a couple of visits, stuff like that, getting to talk to coaches a little more. So
you got anything in mind right now?
Just anywhere really. I just want to play.
That's a good attitude to have, man. I think when it comes to right now, I was telling the guys before, it's kind of it's so fast. Believe it or not, bro, a year will go by like that. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of enjoy that moment. So there's a part of the show called Two Truths and a Cap. All right, and so I have to figure out which one is cap. Go ahead, shoot.
All right, so I had 20 catches against Corner Canyon. I had 1,000 receiving yards regular season this year, and I had 15 receiving touchdowns this year.
You had 20 catches against Corner Canyon? That was cap? No, you really did? Yeah. No, for real? Yeah. So you was getting it in?
Yeah.
Dog, that's dope. So which one was cap?
The 1,000 receiving. I got 998.
You was too off, no.
Too off, so
for real.
Hopefully I could get it in the playoffs.
Hey, that's dope.
For sure.
That's what's up, man. Sure. Getting 20 catches against Corner Canyon that's tough. That's tough. You got the Riz. All right, for sure.
So, four-sport athlete.
Okay.
Dad kicked in NFL, and I hit a 60-yard field goal.
Woo. Okay. You kicked a 60-yard field goal.
Not in game, but I haven't practiced. That's not the cap, though.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the cap?
Dad in the NFL.
Very for sure. Man, look, I wanna thank you guys for coming in, man. I wish you well for the rest of the season. It's awesome, man. One of the reasons we have this podcast is to give more exposure to all the wonderful kids that play this game that I love, that you guys love, and I feel like we can get more exposure. I want to get to know the athlete. I don't really care how many stars you got, even though that's dope. But I think that there's just so much drive and so much love and passion for the game that I feel like it should be highlighted. You feel me? And so that's what it is. Want to give a shout out to my sponsors at Safe Streets. If you guys need home security, go check out safestreets.com. Coach Raph, out.
So, my boy DJ and Easton, in between the yards, baby, we about to play some pickleball. So it's a game of their choice. They're a little hurt right now. I'm not very good at pickleball, but I got you. Let's go. In between the yards, baby. Hey, we about to make it happen. We're gonna head to our weight room. Like I said, gotta give a shout out. Safe Streets. If you guys need any home security, holla at me. Go to safestreets.com. This part of In Between the Yards is the question segment, Q&A, baby. Let's start with you, BD.
All right. Did you ever envision this for yourself?
No, I'll be honest with you, man. I did not. Growing up, I didn't feel like I was blessed with the best hand, but God has a way of turning things around, man. And so, being where I'm at it's not just because of my hard work, but also I feel like, and you guys will go through this in life, it's that God will put different people in your life, right? That will show you the way and love you. And maybe God put you in my life or vice versa. I mean, I don't know, but I did not envision this for myself, and but I'm thankful for you.
Any advice you give your 17-year-old, 18-year-old self, now that you're up here, what would you tell your younger self?
That's a you know what? That's a dope question. I'm gonna say this. I said this before, but I think what I would have told my 17-year-old self is that things will be all right. I wish I was. Hindsight's 2020, but I wish I was better at saving money when I was younger. I wish I was. God, man, that's a good question. I feel like I would have told my younger self to bask in the moment. Be 17. Be 17. You guys have girlfriends or no, or you have a girlfriend, but there's things that you enjoy. Do those things. Be grateful for your parents. I lost my parents at a young age. Tell them thank you. When was the last time y'all said thank you to your parents? It's probably been a minute, huh? Yeah. This morning. Okay. What about you? Yesterday. Keep that up, bro. Be appreciative for your parents. When things are too hard, email your friends, talk to your parents, talk to God. I believe at 17, your world you're going to another chapter in your life, right? And so, like I said, football, love football, but football should also be a building block of you as a man, right? And so you guys might not know what you want to be right now, but bask in being 17. Enjoy it, enjoy your parents, enjoy the moments, and you can't get it back. You know what I mean? So yeah, bask in it. What you got, man?
Is there time in your life when you realize things needed to change, you needed to focus more or something like that?
For sure, man. There's times in your life, right? So what's your grades like?
Right now they're
pretty good. So grades, you got family, your mom and dad, stuff like that. You got football, so you have all these different little areas of your life that requires a lot of attention, right? Have you ever been distracted before? So you want to limit your distractions to become successful.
What was your favorite thing about playing in Michigan? Because clearly both of us have aspirations to play.
Man, I was on the scout team pretty much my whole career. What I learned at Michigan was Coach Choate was football is football, right? But I feel like he was big into knowing his players and making men out of his players. And that's the type of person I want to be. Because at the end of the day, you leave a legacy, right? When I'm 70 years old and I see you on the field and I see your kids growing up, I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, it's all about passing it on to the next generation, right? And the thing is like, I mean, both of you guys have your dads that are actively in your life, right? So your parents are supposed to be the first people that you look at for guidance and respect, right? And that's kind of like where it was at Michigan for me. Yeah, of course you want to make it to the big leagues, and I knew that I wasn't number one, but I was part of the game, you know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my degree and keep it moving forward. But I think the biggest thing what you can take from this is think about what you want to do in your overall life, right? And football is the building blocks of that, right? Because you have to work as a team. You have to work with players that you love. You got to work with players that you might have some disagreements with. You may not agree with your coaches all the time, right? So you're dealing with conflict and you're learning how to cope with certain things, and that'll lead into working or having a relationship and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of what I got for you on that.
Was there like a time in your life where you're like, I made it, like you kind of realized or to realize?
Yeah, you know what? I did several times in my life, but I'll tell you, I got humble. When you think that you've made it, you become stagnant, you become lazy. And then you're like, okay, I'm content. When you're content, that's the closest thing to being a dad. Dude, never be content. If, for instance, like, okay, I want to go play college ball. Okay, you meet that bar. What's the next bar? Okay, I want to make 100,000. You meet that. I want to get married. You meet that. I want to have kids, right? So you should always be striving to something, because once you're not striving, then you're going to see a decline. So it's like, even with like praying, right? You're like, okay, I pray once a week, and you just kind of become autopilot. Or school, where you're like, okay, I got a C, I'm gonna stay at a C. You know, you have to always challenge yourself, because think about it. You guys want kids one day? Y'all gonna be challenging your kids. You're not gonna be acceptable with coming home with just a C. You know what I mean? So you're always pushing that envelope.
So you said you have 7 degrees. Like, once you got 4, like, what made you like, I want 3 more? Like,
So my first degree was exercise science. Then I got a bachelor's in crim, and I got a bachelor's in psych. And I was like, well, and I was in the Navy for 8 years, so I was like, I need to keep my mind sharp. And so I ended up getting an MBA, a master's in psych, and a master's in social work. And I was like, I gotta have a doctorate. It's like, I wanna push the envelope, right? Not being content. And when I got my doctorates, I did feel content. And you're like, oh, I made it. But then, and this is gonna hit you, I made it in that part of my life, but what about being a good husband, which you guys will figure out later? I have to be just as great in that department. Father, I got 2 sons, I have to be great in that department. I'm a chief people officer for Safe Streets. I have to be good in that department. And so I'm always striving. Like, I can't go out and wild out. Think about me, you wouldn't have, the respect you have for me, you would lose if you see me at a bar drunk, right? And so I always have to be in a certain level in my life where I'm pushing and striving my own envelope, and I'm not even, like, I'm open to criticism myself. That's how you get better. And so that's kind of like where I'm at with that. But I have a question for you two. I'm gonna switch it up on y'all. Okay, it's gonna be 2 different questions. For you, what would you say is your strength, and then what is something that you think you can work on?
I think one thing I can work on is, well, first I'm gonna start with what I'm good at. But I feel like I'm coachable. Like, I feel like I could take criticism and not to get too hard.
That's what's up.
But I think I need to work on maybe like doing a little bit more. Like, I feel like I'm working a lot, but I feel like I can do a lot more work.
Okay, I respect that. I like that, man. What about you?
Same question.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you something different, but I like it. Yeah.
So for me, like, something I'm good at is like something I tell myself is, you got to be working when someone else isn't working. So like, if someone else is sleeping, you got to be working. So I kind of have that mentality to like, I got to be up early in the morning working when someone else is there. Okay. It's something I could work at. It's just like not getting burnt out, because I play sports year round, and I feel like towards the end of football season, like, it gets rough. Like, you've been working all season,
and then that just carries out throughout the year. So if I can just stay locked in.
Okay. This question is for my younger viewers out there. So I got kids that play youth. What advice would you give a kid that doesn't play as much, that is on, 7th grade, 6th, 7th, or 8th B team, that want to get some play? I mean, both of you guys play high school football starters. What advice would you give a 6th and 7th grader or 8th grader?
I would just say don't give up. Don't give in to like other kids talking down on you. Don't give in on bad coaching, nothing like that. Like at the end of the day, it's just you versus yourself. If you put in the work, like it's gonna pay off.
Me versus me, baby. I love it. I want to give a special shout out to a guy that makes a lot of this possible, to my guy Hunter. He's the guy that does all the great filming. I got mad love for Hunter. Hunter's my guy. I'll share that story for another day, but I just want to thank you guys for coming out, on your Sunday. And like I said, man, this was wonderful. This is In Between the Yards. Coach Rapp out.